turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Bridgewater. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other, they're controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Bridgewater on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. Down into the air, now intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the carry, it's Cook. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And it'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll move the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. Say you, Mr. Referee. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run with Harrison. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Like a freight train there. Derek Nottie with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
At the 45-yard line.
Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That'll be a gain of 16. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Vikings 0. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action now. Bridgewater. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down, Bridgewater. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
To number 10.
Tyreek Hill, 81 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. for the touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
That's good.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That'll be complete to Cook. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for them here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 20 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Hill on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The 5-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
On the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
1st and goal.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a game.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will extend this big lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher...
Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that in.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
It's the score, Chiefs 56, Vikings 7. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's 4th down.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
The ball carrier.
They'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything, Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On first down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Looking downfield for Kelsey. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chiefs 63, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
The 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Edwards-Helaire. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
70, Vikings 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. From the gun, Bridgewater. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 20.
Now Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Vikings will go for it. Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Over on downs.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Bobby Wagner. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Bridgewater. And complete right side to Cook.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cook.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And running is going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Cook. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brought down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. It is incomplete. They had to go through with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. Powers through. And he's taken down inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Looking right side, and it's complete to Watkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
3. It's 3rd and 7.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Thielen, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And here's another interception.